How do this generation believe that their crime committed against Jesus look to Jesus if they can't see how their crime being committed against me look to me? See, how do the criminal know how they crime look until the criminal is either well, they still don't know when they brought to justice. See, they just know how it feel to commit the crime, and now they see the punishment for the crime they committed, right? But what I'm saying is, until the criminal then be the victim of their own crime, then that's the only way they'll know how the victim feels. See, like, how do you know how it feel to be nailed, have a nail through your hands, right, and your feet? I don't either. I don't know how that feels, but I know how it feels to be persecuted, because that's what led to Jesus being nailed on the cross. Minister Malcolm X know how it feels to be persecuted, but he know how it also feels to be shot and dead. Dr. Martin Luther King know how it feels to be persecuted, but he also know how it feels to be shot dead. Mr. Medgar Evers know how it feels to be persecuted, but he also know how it feels to be shot dead. Mr. Huey P. Newton knows how it feels to be persecuted, but he too know how it feels to be shot dead. Mr. Fred Hampton know how it feels to be persecuted, but he too know how it feels to be shot dead. But President Nelson Mandela knows how it feels to be put in exile and then raised to the highest level of his government, like Joseph. See what I'm saying? So he know how it feels to be enslaved, persecuted, but then vindicated. When the citizens of his country paid him for his patriotism and his loyalty by making him the president of them, right? But now here's my friends and my family has taken all of my hard work and effort to prepare an exit strategy for me and my family, right? So this is a slave, right? A descendant of slaves that has allowed his wife's love to transform him into who he was supposed to be. So now he's taking this woman and he's becoming himself, and then becoming himself, he lost this woman. Now, see, that's the Christians and the Muslims taking me and my wife out of Genesis 1 in the Bible and then bringing us to Genesis 3, bringing us out of their dirt. See, they making their father my father. And I'm saying, wait. Even if my father is your father, then I'm able and you can't. Because you mad with me for my works. So let's see who wrote this story. Wasn't this Moses? And now let's look at his brother Aaron. He was older than him. So now was Moses now like me, where his friends and his family now has placed him in exile because of the power that the devil has given to them in the image of the United States of America? So now the United States of America or the state of Florida has convinced my family that I'm crazy. And I'm saying, well, the scripture says that y'all not supposed to be against flesh and bone. You supposed to be against the principality that you just sided with. Now, if I'm in the court of law in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida, as well as in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida, then if I came back from court and now you religious teachers are tracking me down, then aren't you Judas in this story of the Passion of Christ? You tracking me down with someone else's evidence. Well, I'm saying, well, now is not that evidence tracking you down? Did not the Bible say that God would snare you up in your own words? So now, if you have created a God wouldn't that mean now that God you created would now be judging you? See, what happens when a lie becomes real? What happens? What happens when the truth becomes proven? Then is not the lie revealed? So why would you keep putting me in a mental hospital as if you don't have a mental problem? You the one being lied to. So if you teach this lie to your children, do that mean it's true? Or would they one day be like you? Now let's see what the Bible say about that. The Bible say your iniquities, your gross injustice, that's what iniquity means. It's a small, that's it too. In the Webster Merriam Dictionary, the Collegiate Version, it just say gross injustice. So they don't even go and it ain't no root to it. It's just plain and simple. So now, since I was in court bringing justice like a mighty stream, when they say justice don't bend straight, but it bends to the arc or whatever, you know what I mean? Y'all know that, y'all read it to show yourself approved. Justice gonna rain down like a mighty stream. See, that's what I did, right? In court, see, I made justice, I fulfilled that scripture, right? Now, in order for justice to rain down like a mighty stream, that means corruption got to be running rampant, right? So now, if you created a God and you then said that it's case law and it's law and you said it's the Holy Bible, now, wouldn't the Holy Bible now show that it's disapproval with that the descendants of the high priest Caiaphas, the Pharisees, the chief priests, the high priests, the scribes, and the elders, for whom killed Jesus of Nazareth of Galilee, and then created Jesus Christ to sell as merchandise to the deceived in the temple that has now multiplied in the churches, synagogues, and mosques. See, you selling religion. You're not religious. See, I am religion because I am the example of my religion.